Hi, good morning. This is Mohammed, your course teacher for PETR 1131 or Petroleum Production and Processing. Welcome to the course. Welcome aboard, everyone. I know this is a really unprecedented situation we have right now. Um, it's um, it's a change we must have to adopt. That is a distance online course delivery, but what I will try to make it more easier for you. Okay, so today is the first session we're having, like the first video session we're actually having. So at today's class, what I'll do, I will actually go through the syllabus, and then I will actually go through the model and the resources and everything. So that would be all for today's class. So let's start with the course number and course title at first. Okay, so this is I say, like the gateway course for the petroleum engineering stream. So petroleum production and processing. That means it's a kind of like introductory course. So in this course, you will find a variety of information about petroleum production and processing. For instance, from the very basic of the petroleum geology to exploration, production, and transportation, refining, processing. So everything all together. So is it. About myself, I'm your course teacher, Muhammad Jujuli. Many of you have seen me, many of you have not, but hopefully when the campus would be open again, you can meet. So about myself, I did my undergrad from Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology, and after that I moved in South Korea for my master's degree, and my research topic was chemical engineering, chemical process control and process design, process systems design actually. And then I worked a couple of years in engineering sector, and I have studied masters in oil and gas engineering, actually, like the production and processing area, process engineering area again. So my concentration was process safety, risk and reliability engineering, and I have worked after my graduation. I have worked as a research engineer at my lab in Memorial University, and I have worked in several industrial sectors in Toronto, and now I've started as an instructor in here in CBU from the year 2019. So this is about me, and my office number is here, although I know it's online. So that means if you have any question or anything, please shoot me an email so we can talk about it. But please remember one very important thing, that is, when you actually send me an email, the format, the subject line should contain this information. That means your course number, which course number you're actually referring to, and about what, like assignment 2 or quiz 1. Okay, you have a question on quiz 1 or assignment 2, this thing, and the subject line. I mean, this is the course number. This is a very important thing, so please remember that. Apart from that, if you want to discuss about anything else, like you want a guideline, any kind of, like, it could be a career guideline or anything else, just book an appointment through the email, and we'll have a virtual chat. Okay, direct live chat about the about your questions or queries. So that is all about about me. Now let's move on to our textbook and reading materials. So for this course, you don't need to buy any material. Okay, so the materials, the text we have, like the first material is the Fundamental of Petroleum. It's available in the library, but if not, you don't have to purchase the text. Okay, so it is totally okay if you do not purchase it, but if you can, then you can actually borrow it from the library. Okay, only if you can. The other text, the Oil and Gas Production Handbook from ABB, this is an open source, so that means like you can actually click that link and you can actually get the book. Okay, so I would suggest you to just download the book. Okay, this important reference, not only for this course, for any kind of like production related. And apart from that, we have another reference, an introduction to the petroleum industry. This one is available at the Government of Newfoundland's Energy Department, and this is also an open source. So this reference and this one is very similar. I would say like the Fundamental of Petroleum is like kind of like more broader version of this book. So this book is like all the information you got in here in a very precise version of that. Okay, so you can get this book totally free, and I would suggest to download this book also. Okay, so this is a very important reference. So these are the references, textbooks and readings. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Now let's move on to the course description. Like, I mean, what you can expect from this course, what you would learn from this course. So as I said, this is an introductory course. You would have knowledge like the fundamental concepts of petroleum development, from discovery techniques to the production, processing, and the transportation to marketing. That means from the cradle to the bed. Okay, so it's like that, like from the beginning till the end user. Like, I mean, beginning means like the from the planning section of the discovery till the end user. That means the marketing. Okay, like for instance, the end users are ourselves. Like if you have a car, we go to the gas station and we use it. If we have a house, then we actually buy oil from the distributors, okay, for the heating purpose. Okay, so all these things, like, I mean, how the petroleum, the supply chain works and everything. So those are the things we'll actually include in this course. So let's get a little bit more elaborated view. So at the course outline, you'll find like our first topic would be the petroleum geology. That means it's a very basic and the planning sections, like, I mean, or like, I mean, the science behind the earth science behind the petroleum reservoir, like what it reserves, how it forms, and everything. We'll get that. And then it comes to the exploration part. Like, I mean, if we know where the petroleums are, then how we can actually explore, or how to identify, like, if there is any petroleum inside the mine, or like inside the reservoir, or to locate the potential reservoirs. So these are the part of the petroleum exploration, as well as like evaluating the reservoirs, like if it's economically feasible or not. And then it comes followed to the mineral rights and leasing. So it's all about like the legislations. So lots of the laws, like who owns what, will go to that due time. Drilling fundamentals. So once all those three has been done, like I mean, you know what is petroleum, you have pretty good idea where you can find it, and you have settled all the legislations and stuff like now you own the reservoir. Now what? Now you need to deploy the drilling team to drill that. Okay, so they would learn like what are the drilling histories. We'll just touch some ways of the histories. Will not go that much elaborate, but what will go is like what are the equipments we have and the operations. Okay, so we'll go to that, and then we'll go to the production. So once you drill, so the next phase is the production. So we'll go to the wellhead production. That means it would go like I mean, what are the equipments and units you have to use? For instance, tubing, casings. Okay, and what are the methods you actually recover, like the recovery methods and some enhanced recovery methods like that. And after that you need to process it. So like when I said process it, it's like I mean right after the production you just do a first phase of separating the petroleum from the impurities like salt water or sands like that. Okay, so these are like the very crude idea. So once you get the crude, okay, from the production, then what? Then you send it to the refinery, which is the processing plant, and there the real processing actually starts. That means we refine the petroleum, and then we need to transport it to sell it to our distributors, and then distributors sell it to the end users. That's how it works. Okay, so this whole thing will actually cover in this course. So now we have a constrained timeline, and the material is not like small. It's a comparatively it's a large syllabus. Okay, as you can see, the syllabus is pretty large. So if we can't just go through everything, or it could happen like we have some time, so we can actually add some materials, or we can just skip some materials. So it totally depends on the time constraints and other factors. Okay, so that's the thing. Now the next stage is my expectations from you. So the first important thing is to know, like I mean, you are familiar with the e-learning system. Just 1 second, sorry. Yep, it's going. I just checked if it is working or not. So you got to be familiarized with the e-learning system. Most importantly, you are familiarized with the Moodle system. Like you can go through the course materials. You have a decent laptop and an internet connection, so that you can actually you don't have any interruption when you actually learn the things. You can download the materials, the course materials, and you don't have any issues with the online exam systems. So these are all things you have to mention. So I'll actually go through a little bit about the Moodle system later on. And my other expectations are the very important part is like you review the online lecture and lecture notes regularly. Now, what's happening here, this course, we are actually we'll actually go through a blend of synchronized and asynchronized way. What does that mean? That means, like, I would upload the course materials to you, okay, and I will also upload the lecture notes and videos prior to any live online discussion. So the live sessions would be basically your question and answer, like what types of queries or questions you have. Okay, that is for the live session. So it would be like, for instance, once in a week, and I'll let you know when we'll have the live sessions. Okay, but what is your job is to go through the lecture notes, go through the videos I upload, like the lecture videos, and mark down like what is your confusion and where you have the issues. If you have any question, comments, or any concern, just post it at the Moodle. You have a FAQ, or frequently answered question section, right? So just type it in there, okay? And what I will do, I will go through each of the questions from the FAQ, and at the live session, I will try to solve these your problems. Or during the live sessions, you can ask me any questions, and I will actually go through that. So these types of method of taking the class, we call it flipped classroom system, and I think it's not, I think it's proven it's a very effective way of delivering the course and for learning. So I would highly encourage you to, because you'll get the course materials prior to the live session, so I will highly encourage you to go to these course materials and everything before the live sessions, okay? And I'll send emails prior to the live session so that you can follow like which day we'll have the live session. All right, now the following part is refrain from plagiarizing the group assignments and project. So this is a very important part, okay? So I mean I have absolute zero tolerance for the plagiarizing, okay? So plagiarization got a huge impact, massive impact on your, not only this course, throughout your whole career could be, okay? So please remember that I am not okay with the plagiarization, and if you have any, if I found any sign that you have been plagiarized, so the consequence would be dire. Um, and the other expectation I have with you is each member of the groups should participate in a group task equally. So I will explain it a little bit more at the following slide, but what's happened, I will assign each of you in an individual group. So there will be maximum 3 person in one group, and in those group each of you would contribute, okay? So this is very important for you. So this is about my expectations, and let's go to the evaluation. So we have 2 quizzes, each 10%, and these quizzes would be taken through Moodle, and it would be MCQ based. We have 2 online assignments. Again, it's a group assignment, and it's 10% each. We'll have an online exam, the midterm exam. It carries 25% weightage of the whole course, and it could be a question and answer type of exam, or it could be a creative writing, like I can actually give it to you, a scientific paper, or any problem, and you will actually find the answer for me. Okay, so it could be like that. And the last but not least is the term final group project. Okay, so it will be held during the exam period, and it will carry 35% of the grade, and it would be a group project. So it's a very very important part of your course, and this group project would be based on some industrial, I mean the it based on applicability of this course. Okay, so real life applications like that. So this is about the course summary, and let's go to some of the topics. You might have some question popped up, so let's clarify those things also. For instance, the lateness. So the lateness penalty. If you miss group assignments or presentations, or even you cannot attend to quiz or midterm, so it will not be evaluated and you will receive 0. Okay, unless you have some extraordinary circumstances. For instance, you are sick, so you can show me the doctor's note. You are in a bewilderment, so just show me the proof. Okay, and then I might consider. Assignments, as I said, it would be a group assignments, and it would be posted in the Moodle. You'll get the notification, and the mode of submission would be through Moodle. If you send me through the email, it will not be evaluated. Okay, midterms. One thing I got to mention: there will be no supplemental exams, not for midterms, no for others, like no makeup exams. Okay, so please remember that. So if you miss the midterm, that means you have missed 25% of the whole course. It's like that. So midterm exam would be also online. So make sure you attend and no absentees. And the unless you have any proper excuse, just like the excuses I have mentioned before earlier, you would have no other option than attend to the midterm. Okay, term final group project. Now the final group project, it would be a group project, as I said, like it would be the group and the same group of the assignment. That means when I will actually form the group, probably sometime before midterm exam, or like some, I mean during the first assignment. So when the group has been formed, it will be formed randomly. Okay, so I would like choose random members. So why I would do that? Because when you will actually, I mean, just imagine this term final group project is like an industrial project. That means I'm your supervisor, your manager, and you work in a group. And the thing is, when you actually work in the industry, you don't have any other option. You don't have any option to choose any group. Okay, so you have to work in a diverse, with the diverse peoples. So this will increase the ability of your coordination. So this is very very important. What I found. So that's why it would be like that. So please remember, it would be a group project. Now, what happens if someone from your group do not contribute? For instance, like you have the whole project report writing, and some of you, as one of your group member, didn't just show up or is not like replying your email, too much busy at working somewhere or doing something else. Okay, and just right before the submission, or like I mean right before a couple of days before of the final submission, he or she just popped up and said like, okay, what is my part to do. So if that types of thing happen, then please let me know that. I would investigate. Okay, and he or she would score 0 in the final group project. Okay, so please remember that. It's a very, very important part. Number one. Number two, your group, each of the group members, okay, in your group project, like what is the contribution, it should be clearly mentioned at the end of the report. For instance, like you have contributed to chapter 1 and reviewed the whole article, or like the whole report, and your another of your group partner, he has contributed to chapter 2 and again reviewed the whole project, and other of your group partner, he or she contributed to the summary, conclusion, and all the formatting and everything. Okay, so please mention to that. Now the formatting should be uniform. Please remember that the formatting and everything should be uniform. I will actually upload a sample. Okay, and always remember, like the formatting also carries a big chunk of marks. Okay, so please remember that. Now the most important part, plagiarism. Now if plagiarism is detected in the assignment or in the term final report, the whole group will be responsible for the plagiarism. That means if someone actually plagiarized, then the whole group would be responsible. Now you can ask, why is that? Because you may divide your work and each of your group members actually contributed to other different parts of the whole project, but as I said, each of your group member should review the final report. Okay, so you had a chance to review each other's work and make the necessary correction. Okay, so there will be no other excuse like you haven't reviewed anything, right? So if you reviewed and still you think like there is a plagiarism, so I guess all of you would be would receive the punishment for the plagiarism. And what is the punishment for the plagiarism? For instance, what type of plagiarism? Got a broad variety. Okay, so it could be copying from other groups, other resources directly. For instance, you just use some data from your friend and you just draw in Excel in a different way, but the trend and everything looks like same. That means you are actually stealing the data from others. So that also considers the plagiarism. Or you just copy a passage from Google, some resource in Google, and you just change some synonym and try to show that to me. That's plagiarism too. Okay, so it's really easy nowadays to identify plagiarism. We have very good softwares like Turnitin. They use artificial intelligence to use the to detect your plagiarism. So don't even try to do the plagiarism. Okay, so I mean it doesn't worth anything. It will be just it's too risk to take. Okay, just don't do that. So the punishment is severe of the plagiarism, and it could possibly lead to the academic discontinuance, and we don't want that. Okay, so please don't do this thing. As I said about the presentation and report, there would be a good format, and I will actually upload a couple of slides like how to write good professional project papers in engineering school. The other thing is like the cell phones or other communication devices would be totally would be it's not permissible of using. other than what you were actually using. For instance, you were using the laptop for the exam, you can use that, but not cell phone during the exam period or the test period. Okay, so make sure of that. There is a section for the academic dishonesty. What are the consequences for plagiarism, cheating, or any types of academic dishonesty? Please go through that. Inclement weather policy or prudent internet connection interruption. For instance, you have a storm like a winter storm or anything happened and you don't have internet. So what are the policies you can actually find it? The implement weather policy in here. Accommodating students, like if you need any special accommodation, for instance, you stay outside of the country, outside of Canada, so your schedule probably not met with that with Canada. So what you could do at that time, right? So this is one of the reason I make a blend of synchronized and asynchronized, because um, many of you actually live outside of Canada, and it would be really tough for you to join the live session sometimes. So I can understand that. So please let me know if you face any kind of like problem for that. And um, this is also important, like you must have the access to the computer, secured internet, and a scanner, like, or you can use your smart devices for taking the pictures and or like scan the documents. But these two things are very very important. You should have a computer. It could be personal or shared computer, but you should have a computer. Like if you do not have access to the computer or a tab that you can actually type and edit the document, like word processor or MS Excel or spreadsheet, any types of spreadsheet, for instance, that would be a problem. So please remember that, and you must have a secure internet connection. So these are the things about the course syllabus. Okay, if you have any question, please let me know. Um, Now I will actually go through the model and show you some other sections, like about things. So the first thing, we have the announcement. So in here we have different things, like our welcome note and any types of change of the course or anything I will upload in the announcement section, like when you have the live sessions, or if we have any quiz midterm assignment is coming forward, so I'll let you know at this section. Okay, so at the announcement section. And then we got the introduction section. Now here, the introduction section, please reply this post, okay, preferably with a picture, and introduce yourself. Please introduce yourself, like what actually motivated you to join in this course, what is your past background, and what is your future plan. Okay, so just let me know about yourself so that we can actually introduce ourselves. Okay, so it's very important, and please do not forget to introduce yourself. Okay, and here we'll find the FAQ forum. So please, if you like the questions, like if you have any types of questions or anything, please let me know. Okay, like about I see someone actually posted something. So if you have any types of question regarding the course or anything, it's better to post in here, so that actually the students, other students can see what are the questions, rather than like sending me lots of emails. So if you always send me an email, so what going to happen, I have to answer individually, so it would take a long time for you and for me too, and it would be really exhausting for all of us. So if you have any question, just put it in here, and I'll try to answer it as soon as possible in here, or I'll actually answer it at the live session. So that thing. Course informations, here you'll find the course outline, okay, and the link for the MS team. Okay, so this is the online class schedule, and as I said, not every week or not every class will have the online session. So when you will have any type of online session, I will actually put you take a note of this announcement, so you can know prior to that. Okay. Now, next part is the computer and internet accessibility survey. Please go to that. This is very important. Okay, so this is very important. So please give your response to this one, and also the location and time zone survey. Which location and the time zone you are in. So that would actually make me easier to provide the online lecture, like scheduling the online lecture delivery system. Okay, so this is very important. So right now these are all the things, and when we'll have the quizzes and stuff, then everything will be popped up. I'll actually give the announcements and you'll find the quiz in here. Okay. Now let's go to the topic. So the first topic is the petroleum geology. This is the lecture note we have. Please go through the lecture note. Okay, and I will upload the lecture video right here, our first lecture video. Okay, this one. And there will be a second lecture video explaining the topic. I'll upload it very soon, as soon as possible. And there will be a topic 2, and the topic 2 would be petroleum exploration and mineral rights. The topic 3 would be the drilling operations. 4 would be the petroleum production. 5, petroleum refining. And 6, the transportation, transmission and distribution. Okay, and I'll upload the reference materials of these sections. So this is a bit introduction of your Moodle, how to use the Moodle. Okay, so please go through that, and I think you enjoy the course. Okay, so again, welcome everyone, and good luck to you all. Okay, so see you at the next class. Talking to the next class. All right, so best wishes. Have a nice day. Goodbye.